So I got some good news and I got some very bad news that we got to talk about here. So let's actually go to the good news first. Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Jeanine Pirro has just been approved by the Senate Committee for U.S. Attorney of D.C. 12 to 10. That is one step closer to full confirmation. Again, let's go read some more here. Judge Jeanine Pirro, a lot of people are celebrating this. They saying that, they need her. We need her. Trump, remember, he threw a curveball to the senators that were literally the rhino senators. So again, breaking, Judge Jeanine nomination has been advanced out of committee. She is currently nominated to be U.S. Attorney for District of Columbia, for D.C. And Adam Schiff is losing his mind. That's the bad news. The bad news is these people, senators from all Congress, everybody's losing their minds over Judge Jeanine Pirro. And I'm going to show you a couple videos. I want to show you the first one here. As you can see, this guy's face, he is in full blown panic. He cannot allow. We know why he's acting this way toward Judge Jeanine, because Judge Jeanine has been talking about his corruption. She knows where the bodies are buried. We need her to be completely, of course, completely confirmed. We saw what happened with Alina Habba there in New Jersey. So we know that Democrats are trying their best, right? Whether it's with the local courts, district courts, with the senators, Congress, they are trying their best to make sure that Trump does not get his way in the Trump agenda. And Judge Jeanine Pirro is a huge part of that. She's been doing a good job of that. But this guy right here, he just keeps losing his mind, but he is failing step by step. Because again, she's just one step closer to becoming the actual attorney of DC. So let's take a listen here of how this guy is freaking out. Why? Look at his face, man.
I mean, even her own people on Fox thought she couldn't be trusted to be on TV, on their own network. And after the show was briefly taken off the air, Fox News producer Justin Wells described they took her off because she was crazy. Optics are bad, but she's crazy. Well, her own executive producer also described her as nuts. Are we going to put someone that even Fox, and I'm not a particular fan of Fox, but even Fox thought was crazy, nuts, couldn't be trusted on live television? We're going to trust her with the lives and liberty of people in the District of Columbia?
Look at him. He could barely get that. He could barely get it out. He could barely read. First of all, who said this? Who made this up? He's reading from a piece of paper. Don't know where he gets this script from. But as you can see, we know why he's losing his mind. Trump, he can't wait to get his hands on Adam Schiff. He's been already calling him out for the mortgage, fraudulent mortgage, and of course his living situation between Maryland home and of course California, mortgage fraud. So we know about Trump and what he has been saying about Adam Schiff this whole time, and we know what Judge Jeanine Pirro is known for. And she said that she wants to hold justice against Adam Schiff, particularly, especially for this. So that's why he is trying so hard. They are all trying so hard to make sure that Judge Jeanine Pirro does not get through. So there he goes, losing his mind over this. It's not the first time. He dedicated a 12-minute video to Judge Jeanine. And again, not the first time, but it gets even worse because Democrats are going even harder, right? This is how it gets even worse. It gets even. I want you to take a listen to this.
My concerns with Ms. Pirro's nomination are numerous. Ms. Pirro is a Fox News media personality. She does not have the professional qualifications or the prosecutorial ethics to serve as a U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia. In fact, she seems to have no concept of ethics at all. For starters, she perpetuated misinformation and lies about the 2020 presidential election. She was also formerly the subject of a federal investigation into illegal wiretapping over her attempts to get a former police commissioner to bug her then husband's boat to catch him cheating. Pretty bizarre. Later, Ms. Pirro personally lobbied President Trump to pardon her ex-husband for his multiple convictions of tax fraud and tax evasion, and he did so. This is a man who was federally investigated for having leaked information from the prosecutor's office Ms. Pirro led to the mob. If Ms. Pirro is confirmed as the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, she will prioritize politics over justice for the people. This is not someone who cares about crimes of sexual assault and sexual harassment. In fact, she's criticized me for questioning nominees about sexual misconduct, stating that it's an issue that, quote, doesn't really matter, end quote. Rather, Ms. Pirro is someone who cares about political revenge, threatening to not just fire, but prosecute FBI employees simply for doing their job.
Oh, okay. Mazie Hirono, right? Senator. She is. A lot of people were shocked that she would even come out this way against Judge Jeanine Pirro again, giving Congress and every senator that they should not confirm. She should not be confirmed. She should not get the job. And it always goes back to Fox News. She's over here saying that the FBI did their job. Like, again, these people in government are just, to me, they're unbelievable. But why are they scared of Judge Jeanine Pirro? Why are they so afraid? Why is Adam Schiff freaking out? Why are they so afraid? Why is this the face of a man that knows that if she gets in, he's going to be held accountable? But I think I know why. Yes, it's the mortgage fraud. Yes, it's the fact that Adam Schiff is cooked and he knows that his time is coming, just a matter of time. And he knows that if, this woman gets in there, he's cooked. But I found this video of the deputy director of the FBI in 2025 and the U.S. District of Columbia's attorney, of course, Judge Jeanine Pirro. This is in 2019. This is them speaking of Adam Schiff's credibility. And it's all true today. Take a listen.
And I want to talk about the fact that here's a guy. I want you to stay with me. I got to read this. This guy lies about Russian collusion. And he says he knows more than Mueller does. And he runs to every camera to say he knows that there's Russian collusion. That was a lie. Then we find out that the whistleblower went to contacted his office. And then I'm going to call for some sound here as to what his answer is when he is asked whether or not he or anyone had talked to the whistleblower. Let's take a listen to this sound.
We have not spoken directly with the whistleblower. We would like to.
All right. Now, we know that is a flat out lie because on August the 12th, they had contact with a whistleblower. Then what happens is he keeps quiet and Shifty Schiff there builds a case. I want to call him a lion sack of Schiff, but he continues to build the narrative. And the narrative is this: for 1 month, he doesn't let anyone know, just like Dianne Feinstein and that Christy Blasey Ford. They want to create a narrative. And on August 23rd, he tweets out, Mr. Trump tried to get dirt on a political opponent. And then again on August 28th, he ends up tweeting out, there's another tweet here. He says, the president is withholding vital aid to the Ukraine. So what he's doing is he's trying to whet the appetite of the American people, teeing this up for an impeachment, while the Washington Post comes out and says this guy's got 4 Pinocchios. He is a liar.
It's so crazy to watch this video from 6 years ago, almost, about Judge Jeanine speaking to the deputy director of the FBI today. This is all information that is more relevant now than it was even then, now because of the DNI Tulsi Gabbard's files that she released on the fact that CIA, Obama, and all of them intel agencies worked together to basically have a coup against President Trump, which a lot of people are calling Obama a traitor to the country because of that. Treason. Even President Trump has said it. But there's nobody more important that has committed mortgage fraud, that has lied and perpetrated lie after lie after lie. They're speaking of the lie in 2019. Now that the reports come out, you see how important Adam Schiff is, and you see why today he's melting down in Congress, because he knows that somebody has been watching him the whole time. That's Judge Jeanine. Judge Jeanine has been speaking about Adam Schiff and exposing his lies, that at the time she was getting called crazy for exposing his lies about the Russia hoax that Adam Schiff was pushing. That's why he's in Congress. That's why Mazie Hirano is losing her mind. That's why these people are losing their minds, because they're about to be held accountable. There was just news today that John Ratcliffe, director of CIA, came out and said, hey, John Brennan could be indicted. These people could be indicted. Again, we are only in July, about to enter August. Many things, the stage is being set. Trump is posting a whole bunch of things. A lot of people want these arrests to happen. I know it takes time, but excuse me, isn't it crazy to see what they were talking about back then was Adam Schiff and his credibility? That today Adam Schiff is trying to take the credibility of Judge Jeanine now that she enters office as U.S. District of Columbia attorney. I think it's pretty crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this and what you think about Adam Schiff, and will arrest happen?